let me see where it is. So negative 3 divided by 10 plus 2 pi gives me, oops, that's the wrong one, 2 pi gives me 5.983185. So is that between 0 and 2 pi? Well, think about it. Well, 0 we know is 0. What's 2 pi approximately in terms of a decimal representation? 6.128? Something like that. About 6.28. So this falls in between 0 and 2 pi, so far so good. Now the question is, what quadrant is that in? Well, which one?
4.
It's in the fourth quadrant, so what do I do in the fourth quadrant to find the reference angle?
2 pi minus
So I'm going to do 2 pi minus negative 3/10 plus 2 pi, and whatever that comes out to be will be the reference angle.
Okay.
And but it was just part B, or was it part C
It
too?
was just part B, but
Okay.
I had negative 15 over 10.
So same process. It's going to be negative when you do 15 over 10. You need to add 2 pi. You're going to end up somewhere different. Now the question for most people is, where do you end up?
Okay.
Well, 0 is obviously 0. What's pi over 2 in terms of decimals? Well, pi divided by 2 is approximately 1.5708. So if your answer is between 0 and 1.5708 when you've added them together, then you don't have to do anything because you're in quadrant 1. And then there's pi, which we already know is approximately 3.14. And then the next one is 3 pi over 2, which is 4.7124 approximately. So this lets you know if you're between 0 and about 1.57, you're in quadrant 1. If you're between 1.57 and 3.14, you're in quadrant 2. 3.14 and 4.71, you're in quadrant 3. And between here and 6.28, you're in quadrant 4. And so this one, I don't know about you, but normally I can't just look at negative 3/10 and say, oh, I know exactly what quadrant I started out in. I don't. I put this into my calculator and look at the number. Because I got this one down, 3.14,